Welcome to DWI, episode 25, 25. Fellas, let's go. Without any further ado, I'm Illy, that's Duve, that's Wax. We make DWI. Fellas, let's get straight into it.
Class and style, street knowledge by the pound. Baby never act wild, very low key, going profile. Catching feelings is no. Let me tell you how it goes. Words the verb, spins the verb. Lovers it counts on regret. Rolling with the fatness. You don't even know what the half is. She got to pay to stay. Just for show to bang the let away. I love the way you work it. No diggity. She got to hang it up, bang it up high. I love the way you work it. No diggity. I like to hang it up. I love the way you work it. No diggity. What a wonderful world. Ta. Drop me off in Harlem. Drop me off in the city. Good old Harlem. I said, have you fun under the evening side? Drop me off in Harlem.
No diggity. How you even thinking no diggity?
You already know, man.
Oh, shit.
Like, what if, like, some of them old motherfuckers did sing, like,
Right.
some of the new shit? There's no real reason why Louis Armstrong couldn't break down No Diggity.
Right.
It's just the way that it is. I think he'd have tore that shit to shreds, to be honest. So shout out to Louis Armstrong with that unique trumpet talk voice.
Yeah.
Do you think he talked like that at the house? Like, can you pass me those peas, please? Pass the peas like we used to do. Ha, cha, 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 cha. Like,
He
honestly.
played that. He probably did.
Nah,
That's a stage voice.
come on,
He was
man.
probably like, can you pass me those?
Right.
He's all regular.
You don't think he was calling up like, can I speak to Sonia? You already know who it is. Zara.
Those bloomers you have on got my dick rock solid. I can't wait to clap those cheeks, girl.
It's them britches. Those britches you got on.
Girls, let me slide those bloomers to the side.
Slide those britches down. Slide those britches down. So I can take you on a ride to Pound Town. Like,
Shake that ass, baby. Bend that ass over. Shake that ass for me. Hands on your knees.
hands on your knees.
Let that coochie breathe.
Let it breathe.
Y'all shut the fuck up. Y'all shut the fuck up. Hold on. Listen, y'all niggas are stupid as fuck.
This shit is going off the rails before we even start.
I'm just
The way
saying,
y'all was
man.
breathing.
Louis Armstrong could have been a fucking wordsmith.
Wait, yeah, you had to. Y'all motherfuckers are stupid as fuck, man. Y'all was like,
But dude, talking about let that coochie breathe. That's one of those tracks, man, that Louis could have took home, man. I believe Louis Armstrong could sing any song that came out within the last 50 years.
Maybe.
Just saying, man. In his unique Louis Armstrong way.
Right.
You know. Hello. Whose dick you sucking? Excuse me? Whose dick you sucking? Nah, bitch. I just heard some foul shit. You explain it to me, bitch. Nah, nigga, I don't even. Nah, bitch. Bitch, you fucking him. Click. What type of games is being played? How's it going down? Yeah, man, he could have dropped that shit. He could have came out. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. No.
There was Brenda, Letitia,
Karen. Lashika. Inez and Alicia. Think about it. Regulators, mount up.
Shut the fuck up.
it was a clear black night, a clear white moon. Warren G on the street trying to consume some skirts for the eat, so I can get some home. Rolling my ride, chilling all alone. Just at the east side of the LBC,
On a mission trying to find Mr.
Warren G.
See? It goes with everything.
Everything.
Rolling down the street, smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice,
Laid back.
with my mind on my money and my money on my mind. And that's when he gave you the rolling eyes. On my mind. He'd have went right in the eyes. You know how he had this shit. Shout out to, yeah, I mean, I ain't even gonna take
The
it
legend.
there.
Shout
Because he
out.
made that shit happen. If it wasn't for Louis.
I didn't even have to use my AK.
Yo, did y'all hear the apology from J. Cole?
I was disappointed in J. Cole. I had my money on Cole.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Doing something in this little beef extravaganza we got. I thought J. Cole was gonna be, you know what I mean, the one. I had my money on him, but he disappointed me.
In a major way.
Right.
You can't shoot, or should I say throw stones and then hide your hands after you threw the stones.
That shit was lame.
He took the beef that he created back off of what Kendrick said and re-ate the words that he just spewed out of his mouth during wartime.
Right.
Wax, how you feeling about this?
Shit, I didn't like it. You know what I mean? I was rooting on J. Cole to take the whole battle, you know, previously. But
Right.
with the apology, it's like, what? Why are you backing out now? Like,
Right.
you guys have been taking shots at each other all for years now.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like, why are you apologizing? Are you afraid like you heard something, or you don't want to take part in this beef that everybody's involved in now?
Right,
There's
right.
like a bunch of people involved. Like, we'll get into that, but
Now, here's what I will say. I commend the brother on, you know, how he took to the situation. You know, they say it takes a big man to apologize. I've publicly apologized a few times when I felt that I was wrong about certain scenarios. I may not have been wrong the whole way around, but just my approach to the situation, I had to be like, yo, I was out of character. Here's what it is. Now, not saying that I won't do exactly what I say I'm going to do, because if I say it, I'm going to do it. I have to. It's character. It's what I believe in.
Right.
But at the same time, he must have seen something coming that may take this situation and get it out of hand, if you will.
right.
Now, I've heard Drake say before, I won't pay to make it smaller. I'll pay to increase the beef. You know what I mean? He said that he won't make it go away.
Right.
I'll make the shit stick around for a little bit. This was years ago.
Right.
J. Cole must have seen something in this whole scenario that may have been against what he was trying to get out of the hip-hop game.
I got you.
So for that, my brother, I commend you on that aspect. But I don't want to go without saying I had Kendrick the whole time.
Yeah.
It's not checkers, fellas. It's chess.
Yeah, I'm conflicted about the whole shit too, because like the man in me is like, okay, if you know what I mean, you want to get your brain straight, you know what I mean, you want to
get some shit off your head,
get some shit off your head, get some sleep. I get it,
I
but like the hip hop fan in me, the hip hop fanatic in me, the sport, the love of it is like I'm disappointed because it's like you really had no reason to me, you had no reason to apologize. Like, the nigga said some shit about you. Get it off your chest, give it back to him, and then let it go. If that's what you want to do. But you already put it out there. Don't apologize now. Just either not put it out there or stand on it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Dude's right. If you weren't going to respond, why even put something out in the first place? Like, everybody wants to see where your pen is. Like, that's what it's a competition.
Right.
Like, you guys been taking shots at each other for years, and now, like, you know, now that he responds, you're like more or less frightened, you know, with the response or the responsibility, I should say.
Right.
Evolution is imminent, Wax. Meaning, just because I'm this way today doesn't mean I ain't gonna change in the next 24 hours mentally.
Right.
So, something happened to where I see this beef getting way out of control more than it already has. So let me be the bigger person and say, okay, I apologize for getting ready to take it there. I'm saying some stuff that I'm very well capable of doing, but it's not in my heart to do so.
Right.
And it becomes like disingenuous at a point.
Right.
It makes it seem like this isn't my words. Like I said last week, it's like somebody put a battery in my back. Now I start saying some shit that I don't even believe in.
Right.
Now I can fuck you up, but it's not going to happen in the way that I'm saying it.
Right.
So why say it that way? Like, if it comes down to it and we have to go there, but why should it have to go there? And J. Cole may see something now that he's trying to avoid. Now, what that does in the art of war is it adds just a little crack in your armor, and it makes you vulnerable.
That's why I said he shouldn't have responded. If he was gonna apologize, you should have put it in a rap at least, right. Not just come out and apologize and, like, you know, say sorry. I was trying to discredit you. That's what a beef is. Like, I mean, you know, a hip hop competition basically.
Right. They all cap when you're in the beef. You just, you know what I mean, you exaggerate and say a nigga's whack even though you know he ain't whack. But
right.
you say that just because that's just what it is. Like, to me, you're whack, but like, even though you know he ain't whack,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, if I was him, I either wouldn't have dropped it or I'd have just stood on it. But let me ask y'all this: where does that leave Cole now on y'all's list of like the top cats? Did he take himself off of there permanently?
It does nothing to his interior record, meaning what he's already done.
Right.
The body of work he's already accomplished. No. It does nothing.
I'm talking about, but on his, where you have him on the list of things.
Damn right.
Can he move up? Can he move up above the people that he's talking shit on?
He had to come out with a Annihilation album, which in this situation now, it's not believable.
Right.
It's one of those things like, I don't know if you're capable of that. Because if you do so, you might apologize.
Right.
So it's like always good to try to check your mental before you go getting out there and speaking. Right. That way you limit your apologies.
Right. What you think, Wax?
I feel like it puts him in 3 now. Like,
permanently.
Yeah. Like, there's nothing you could do to, like, gain 2 or 1.
Right.
I mean, like, because I feel like his album that he's about to drop is going to be dope. You know what I mean? He's been on a killing spree.
Yeah, he's dope.
But, you know.
But it's like all of that shit he was talking, like, all the shit he was talking when he was like, y'all niggas don't like rapping with me, and all of that braggadocious shit. It's kind of like, now I'm going to be looking at it like,
questionable.
Right. Like, you talked all this shit about niggas don't want rapping with you, but then you went and apologized. So, like, you might need to just be conscious and leave it at that now.
Yeah.
Because you can't be talking about you the best no more if you willing to do this shit.
He's number 3. At least Drake got out there and tried to defend some shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So he's going to fall either on number 2 or number 1, even though you can't really discredit him.
Right.
Because he's like a pop star or whatever. But, you know, he's going to be either 2 or number 1.
Now, let me ask both of y'all this as a sidebar or a side note, if you will. How the fuck did Rick Ross get involved?
I guess him and Drake had something going on.
I mean, Rick Ross came at this motherfucker in an hour. You hear me, Wax?
Right.
It was almost like he had this shit cooking, like he was at the house like, woof, give me 16 dozen lemon pepper and get that track on. Then I'll get ready to dish Drake on. Did he involve himself, or did he invite himself to the party, or did Drake say something about Ricky?
Drake said something about Ricky in his diss. He said something like, he about to be 50. Then he said, you need to worry about business and worry about that shit you got going on with Diddy. Like, so he brought him in. Drake going up against, in his diss song, we even talked about that, but like, he's going up against about 5 or 6 niggas in that diss song.
Well, let's get right into it then.
Right.
So let me ask you this: where the fuck is Drake? Like, where's he at right now? Is he focused on the beef that's between Kendrick, J. Cole, and himself, or is he inviting a whole bunch of motherfuckers in this beef?
He going at everybody.
Word?
Yeah.
Wax, you hear the beat? Are you hearing this?
I heard it. I was like, man, this is gonna be pretty good for music.
You said that. You said that a couple of weeks ago, but like I didn't know it was gonna be like this, bruh.
Yeah, it's getting crazy. I mean, it's all soft. You coined that earlier.
Yeah,
you know what
because
I mean? It's all soft.
We grew up with ether.
Right. We're not. It's not from our same cloth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But to me, it's interesting.
It is as well.
I like watching. I can't wait to see who responds next.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's been a while since we just had an actual lyrical beef. It's been a long time since we had a lyrical beef like this. There's World War III out there when it comes to this shit now, because like you said, ASAP Rocky talking shit on Drake. Drake went at he going at Metro Boomin. I guess him and Future is kind of got a little something going on, because that was on Future's song.
What did you just say? Metro.
Yeah.
What did he say to Metro?
He told him to shut up and make your beats. And
Oh, bruh.
right.
Are you shitting me?
Right. You heard
So
it.
he's going at yeah, I heard it, but I wasn't putting 2 and 2 together, man. Wow, because I thought that he was talking to a hooper or some shit like that. Who was the hooper he was talking about?
I think John Morant, from what I heard.
This young man is off the fucking hinges right now.
Yeah, he said fuck it.
Yeah. It was like you said. It was sassy though. Like it had bad bitch energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just repeating what you said now.
I did say it. I mean, like,
It did.
because, like, here's the thing, man. I'm not going to sit up here and listen to a beef to where you're smiling as you're annihilating a motherfucker unless you're saying some dope shit while you doing it.
Right.
So, it's not that he's not crafty with his wordplay, but it's like these motherfuckers is going for the jugular.
Yeah. To me, it was kind of like a warning shot, if you will.
I mean, but they're saying, like, fucked up shit in the process. It's not the art of war to where I'm putting my phrases in place to drop bombs over you.
Right.
Like I'm my wordplay is to the point where like it's solid. The wordplay is solid. You know, like I keep going back to the Jada and Beanie beef, to where when they both went at it, that shit was solid. They didn't have to say fuck your mom, fuck your dying cousin, fuck somebody else. Like, it was strategic. You know what I mean? And it was just like nowadays, them motherfuckers is going for the throat.
See, with them, they was really beefing for real, like streetwise. Like the shit almost got out of hand with Beanie and Jada and them.
I get it, but it wasn't so disrespectful as it is now, to where, like, you know, they talk about motherfuckers that died in the crew, like MJ. Like, I said the line that Kendrick said was kind of morbid, because, like, what does that have to do with that beef?
What?
Prince outliving MJ.
Right.
Like, they bringing that shit in there in that beef.
And then Drake came back and said, "What's a prince to a king?
Yeah.
He's his son." He said he's his son. I said, that was a slick line.
Yeah, it was, but it's like when you put all type of other shit in there that's gonna give you bad fucking energy, you need to like relax. And I feel like that's where J. Cole was going with it. I'm about to bring bad energy to myself, and I'm getting ready to go to it another level. So I need to just like.
I don't believe that.
I'm saying that as the man in me. I'm not talking about the hip hop buff in me,
Right.
because I got a vibrato just like the rest of these motherfuckers.
Right.
You swing at me, I'm swinging back with both fists. So please don't get it twisted. You know, an apology is one thing when it's warranted, Wax.
Yeah.
When I feel like I got out of line, that's not like you made me or provoked me. It's me doing that on my own.
Right.
So if I've done that and I've offended a couple motherfuckers and I feel like it's worthy of me saying, hey, look, my bad, or I apologize, that's what I'm going to say. And then I'm going to leave it the fuck alone.
Right.
Yeah. But that will drop you to number 3. Like,
Without a doubt.
in
That situation. I'm not talking in all situations because some situations may need that in order to move forward.
True.
But J. Cole may say this and be like, fuck that whole beef. I'm out of it.
Right.
You know, I'm over here.
I mean, if he said he's sleeping better at night now, then hey, you know, do what you gotta do to sleep better. That's more important than anything. But like when it comes to us, we still have the right to be like, nigga, that was some hoe ass shit.
And
You know what I mean?
Don't talk that potent shit if you ain't willing to write it down.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
If you ain't willing to stand on it until, you know, and let the nigga come back and get at you and then leave it alone.
I mean, I'm sorry. I must be a Sleepy J. Blige ass motherfucker because, I've been pissed off, had beefs and all that, but I sleep like a baby regardless.
Yeah.
Me too.
I mean, like a fucking newborn, like shit. Like this motherfucking sleep was delicious.
Right. That's because all these niggas is just fucking softies, man.
Yeah.
It's as soft as it's a soft
Society.
Yeah, soft little rap battle, but you know, we ain't had it in so long, and none of these young cats ain't never really had it. Like this is like the shit that happened yesterday is like what we went through the whole 90s. Like there was a diss track every other week. Like niggas just drop a diss track once a week on somebody else. So this is the first time the young cats get to really experience like just diss songs coming back to back to back. So
But then when we see it, it's almost like, oh man, there wasn't no fight, man. Oh, they wasn't even. All they was doing was shoving each other.
It was pity pat.
Yeah, there ain't nobody throw no fight. Then it got broken up.
Mm-hmm.
Fights didn't get broken up back in the day. It was until somebody lost.
It was a winner and a loser.
Yes.
Yeah.
That loser had to go through persecution and being the one that got their ass beaten. The winners fucking held up on everybody's shoulders, getting hoisted down the block like, ah!
right.
And that's just the way that the shit went.
Right.
One motherfucker goes that way by himself, and the crowd goes with the winner.
Right.
Am I wrong?
The crowd goes with the winner.
fucking-
you ain't bullshit. You ain't lying.
And it's on some, oh, he's a jolly, like, for beating some ass and shit.
Right.
So, like,
You had to wear that shit.
yeah. Either way.
Like a Scarlet A.
Either way, bruh.
Or a Scarlet F, whatever the fuck this shit was. But, so who you think's up right now? Who you got up right now?
I still got Kendrick.
You got Kendrick up?
Yep. He's still holding it down because so far none of those fucking replies have like pretty much dented his armor.
Right.
He's not bleeding.
I got Drake up right now just so I want to see, you know what I mean? Because Kendrick's on the clock now, so I got to see what Kendrick brings because he only had a verse. He only had one verse on somebody else's song. I want to see what he brings on his own shit.
Let me ask you this.
Hold on, Wax.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm saying 50-50 because like I think you need at least 2 beef songs to judge who's actually winning.
Okay.
Because you have like you have somebody taking shots and then a response,
Right.
and then like you know a return response and then another response, and then to me, you know what I mean. Then you can pick who's leading.
Right.
But I mean, I'm not an expert in this shit, but you know.
It's a good assessment, Wax.
You good enough expert as any of us. So.
Right.
So yeah, you say you 50-50.
Right now,
You
yeah.
got Kendrick, and I say Drake's in the league right now because he made a whole diss song and it wasn't trash.
Is anybody gonna jump in this? Is anybody gonna come to Drake's defense or like Jay
Papa
Prince or Weeze? You know what I'm saying?
Y'all fucking with the wrong one, man.
He needs somebody with him. We'll see who his real friends are now. If he got any, or is he just a lone wolf out here and people just been waiting to you know what I mean, knock him off his throne, but we'll see. I don't know. Like I would like to see Weezy, but Weezy don't really go at nobody. And I don't know who else he got that's everybody that he's going at is the niggas maybe 21, but 21's not lyrical like that, so he'll be talking about killing people. So.
That'll go left quick.
Right.
Like, I'ma show up at your crib and fucking shoot the whole bitch up.
21.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. and then it'd be like, damn, nigga, I was just trying to, volley a little bit.
So I don't know what you think, man. You think everybody keep it?
I don't know. I hope it makes it more interesting if they do. You know what I'm saying?
If Jay Prince gets involved,
Or somebody.
Let me tell you something about my boy Drake, man. You better leave that little light-skinned nigga alone, man.
See, here you go, Jay. That's him by
Before
himself.
we have you killed, nigga.
Me and Wax ain't have nothing to do with Mr. Dr. Prince.
You seen what happened down... Nah, I ain't gonna say that.
See?
I already know where we both know where you're going.
Nah, I ain't gonna say that.
We gotta take a trip down to PA, man.
We gotta go quiet
kill
this nigga down.
We gotta kill all three of these niggas. Like, it was all three of us.
I'd be like, what? Whoa, hold on. Dr. Prince.
I'm like,
listen.
Mr. Prince, they all three of us approved of this.
I was like, no, I was not.
I already told y'all, I think he's the boogeyman.
See how they gonna rat me out to Jay Prince?
I don't want no parts.
Hey,
That's fucked up.
This
Mr.
is
Prince,
me.
sir,
This is
I don't
me.
want any parts. None.
Okay.
I'm gracefully bowing out. I ain't have nothing to do with
It's
this.
all love with Jay Prince.
Daddy Prince, it's me, your oldest. It was him, Kareem Akbar.
See how they rat me out to Jay Prince? Jay Prince is all love. I didn't say he was, nothing crazy.
Nah, all right, check it out.
He just said, hey, man, listen, y'all better stop talking shit on my boy Drake, man.
Why you got him sound like Dr. King a little bit?
Because that's what he does.
Like, now, Coretta.
Rap a lot of records. But,
But why did he get mad at us at Ratney about? Like, nobody told him to talk to Tiny J. Prince like that and think he won't come
you
up
calling
here.
him tiny.
He's not big.
See, he's bigger. He's big to me, so.
No. See, I just tried to even the playing field. Fuck you, dude. We're riding on him. He lives at 445 Rutler Road. Go get, and his windows are open.
I got all kind of connections down there.
He's like,
So it was you talking shit on me, huh?
in order to let you know he ain't fucking around, he be like, which one of y'all live by Motrips?
I see you got 100 views. That's 100 people that done looked at you, talk shit on me. That's 100 more people that I need to see that shit. I'm like, oh shit. He don't want nobody seeing that now.
He's gonna send us a cease and desist.
But it's gonna be with bullets. But it's gonna be with Hitman.
All right, man. Drake is snapping right now. He's adding everybody in there that may or may not, should be in there. So right now he's gunning for everybody. I feel like this is getting ready to be, like you guys both said, something humongous for hip hop if they do it right.
Right.
We've seen the demise in the other side of it, so just keep it on wax.
It's a fine line. It could turn into something crazy too.
Right.
So,
We've seen the shit happen.
So hopefully they keep it hip hop.
Right. So, that's all I got to say about that. I feel like I'm in the lead with Kendrick. You're going with Drake right now. I mean, I'd love to, go on to Bandwagon Island with you, but I'm staying with my pick. So good job being a bandwagon rider, and you're 50-50.
Ain't no bandwagon.
Well, you picked J. Cole, and J. Cole's over there on Bitch Island.
Well,
So,
I picked the wrong pick. I ain't really on the bandwagon.
both of you motherfuckers are on J. Cole
I'm not
Island.
cheering for anybody.
Right. Nobody picked Kendrick but you.
I know.
So
That's because Illie's always
wrong.
See how you hate? See how y'all see out there? Matter of fact, I want y'all to tell me what y'all think about this whole dispute and about me being right all the time. No, I want y'all to tell me what y'all feel about this dispute right down there, right below. But I need them to do me a favor, Wax. Click like, subscribe, and share this bad fella. Because we're definitely going in. We got so much more to talk about. So I need them to do us a favor. After they're done doing all three things, go grab you a popcorn, go grab you a Pepsi, some popcorn, and bring your ass right back. I'm talking about right back. So now, listen. Hip-hop is crazy. It's always going to be one of those things that's like off in left field doing what it does because it's hip-hop. Mm-hmm. It has its own shit, dude. Its own organisms. Its own setup.
Right.
It's a living, breathing thing. But they feel like being that it's hip hop, that it's just in its own state. So with that being said, we'll see what happens. Moving forward, I need to ask y'all a question. How are y'all feeling right now? And I'm not saying to be happy or sad, but there was an NFL legend whose name got smeared off of maybe his own demise, maybe not. We wasn't there. You know, the only people know now is him, God, and whoever else was involved. But we lost a legend, OJ, Bronny James Simpson, Arizona Sun Devil legend,
Buffalo Bills legend,
Hollywood legend when it comes to movies and stuff like that.
right?
You know, I don't ever want to disrespect the people that are no longer with us. So, you know, rest in power, OJ.
Right. So
Definitely.
like, you guys think he did it?
See, here you go,
I'm
man.
just saying, I don't know.
So what you saying? Like, now that he ain't here, we can talk about
We
it?
might as well.
Yeah, I think he did it.
You think he did it
I
do.
don't.
I think he.
I don't.
I don't think he did it
by
himself, but I think he had it done.
Right.
But, like, why would he do that shit?
Well, because his ex is messing around with like a goddamn waiter.
But that's his ex, and he's OJ.
Yeah, true. I mean, I don't know for a fact.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like usually when something like that happens, it's somebody close to you.
I mean, for a long time, I thought, hell no, he didn't do it. And even to this day, I still like, it's like, the timeline's just weird to me. You know what I mean? I read up a lot about that case. You know, like the timeline, the evidence is all fucking doctored and fucked up. You know what I mean? So, but then he does the interview talking about he did it. I'm like, nigga, I watched that the other night. Like, I don't know, did you do it? Like, why would you do that interview?
No, it was if I had have done it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, he's telling details of the fucking thing. Like, there was so much blood. I'm like, nigga, why would you even do this? Like, that was just dumb.
Here's the thing.
But he's never really been known for being smart. So
I don't believe he did it.
I
Here's
believe-
why. That's the mother of his child. 2, it pays him nothing to kill her like that. Like, he can go out and get 600 girls that are just like that. I know motherfuckers say, well, he was in love, blah, 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 but you got to understand the magnitude of it.
Right.
I'd rather have you here on Earth seeing me spend my millions on somebody else. I'm petty, I can't help it.
right.
Than to see you in the grave. Now my kids got to grow up without a mother, and ain't no telling how they're going to feel. And then another thing, you don't think if she was involved with somebody else, that she was telling them about what OJ was putting her through and going through?
Right.
So that motherfucker could have easily said, hey, I can kill this damn bitch and get away with it because they are automatically going to point their finger at OJ.
Right. And
Like-
like I said, and as far as the LAPD, they were at the time they were the most corrupt cop system in the world, pretty much.
Right.
So, and my thing is like, as far as like the evidence, like the bloody glove is like, who the fuck goes and kills somebody, takes one glove off, places it there, and then goes home and like, let me take this other glove off now,
Like,
and put it in the
honestly.
backyard. How does that
Honestly.
happen? Like, nobody. It don't matter how dumb you are. If you do that, you either gonna take them both off at the same time or something.
Okay, I got a drill for us, just so y'all don't think that we're crazy or that we're being biased because we are all men of color. On 3, I want you to tell, like, our DWI following what we would do with said glove. On 3, and I can guarantee it will be the same exact answer, and we haven't tried this or done this. This is a DWI exclusive. So on 3, 2, 1, burn them.
Burn it and everything with it.
And this isn't like smart guy logic. Like, none of us are like astronauts or any of that shit. But we're not going to be like, oh, this glove is so heavy. I need to remove it right now and put it down. Like, that shit does not happen.
Right.
It never happens. It has never happened in the line of crime.
Right.
It was to the point where back in the day, Serial killers. I seen something by my man Neil Brennan, the guy that helped Dave Chappelle write the Chappelle Show. He said back in the day, serial killers used to get so bored that they used to draw clues and write clues to the fucking police in the paper. Just because they wanted to turn up the fucking excitement.
Right.
So, with that being said, even back then, motherfuckers weren't that stupid to leave evidence laying around.
Right. Not like that. Not like that.
How much do you think that glove weighed, dude?
Less than a pound.
So, do you think that you could probably take it somewhere and get rid of it forever? Yeah. So why would you take it off in the middle of walking back from the crime scene and be like, this motherfucker is making my hand fucking heavy.
Right.
Let me take it off and drop it right here.
And keep it with you till you get home.
And then leave the other one at the crib.
Right.
Like I can't just get rid of shit. Like I ain't rich enough to have a motherfucker meet me somewhere. Like take this bloody shit and get rid of it.
It was just the fact that like, and then the same dude, racist ass Mark Furman, he found every bit of evidence. He's the only one that found evidence. He's a known racist piece of shit. And then like the reason why none of that shit really stuck in court is because the blood, they found some blood on the sock in his house, but that blood had the same substance that you put in when you put blood in vials. It had that same chemical in the blood, so that was found in damn near all the blood they found.
So what if this was the case? What if Mark Furman was having an affair with Nicole?
You never know.
And Nicole wouldn't do what she wanted him to do, and he staged all of that shit and killed her. What if it was him?
I mean, I don't know.
I think he was just trying to set OJ.
No, think about it. I mean, if he had that much to do with it, who better to have access to all of the shit that he would need to fucking set the shit up?
Right.
Because you can't think of this as you're investigating the crime. There's too much shit going on. There's too many police involved now. Now it's open to the public.
Right.
But if you already have a plan in place,
and you're the one lead detective
finding everything.
You're the main one that was like, let's go to OJ's house. Instantly, before anybody even thought of anything, he said, let's go to OJ.
How was he for sure that it was going to be there? Like
right.
that?
And then he climbs the fence illegally and then finds the glove by himself. And then I read, there's F. Lee Bailey, he's one of OJ's lawyers. He wrote a memoir and shit. He never published it because he couldn't get it published. But he posted it for free on his website. So I read that shit and, it was just going through all of the different things. It was like, when they found that glove, it was still wet. Now this is like the next morning in LA. The blood would have dried unless they would have found it, unless they took it out of a bag and but the blood still was wet with blood.
And that's another thing. The blood would have dried by then. The elements of California, it's hot in the damn daytime. It's roasting. Then it cools off. If I'm not mistaken, blood and paint are kind of the same. If you want to dry paint, what do? Cool it off.
Right, you let it sit out.
So with that being said, it could have been that motherfucker the whole time. Fucking with her, pissed off because OJ had that much control because OJ, who you out with? Oh, I'm with a friend. I need you home. Right. She leaves, he's getting pissed off, and then all of a sudden, man, fuck her and him. And he could have did some shit. He might have did some shit back in the day and banged one of Mark Furman's chicks. And this is his way to get the good guy back. We gonna put all of this shit on. Like, come on, man. It was but
then, like I said, OJ never did himself any fucking help by being stupid.
Now here I come. If he came out with that book, if I would have did it, this is how I would have did it. And I mean, everybody could paint a murder because we've seen it on TV. We've seen it happen.
But what I'm saying is, it's stupid to do. It's stupid to come out with that after you already got off on it. Even though everybody already thinks you did it, like, nigga, just let it go. Go live your life. Don't fan the flame and shit.
He might have been high that night. Like, man, I should come out with something like, if I'd have did it, I'd have had this happen.
Well, that's dumb. There's no justifying that stupid shit.
Thumbing your know what I mean, at
one of these.
At the world. And that's what happened down there in Vegas, where I ended up getting so many years for that little shit.
I'm not saying that he did anything right.
It was like crazy, but that's what I'm saying. But OJ's never been known for being smart, so how could he pull that shit? Or how could he go do what he did? And the time frame was an hour. Like, how can you go do that? And like the crime scene photos is crazy because like they pretty much cut her head off, and then he gets back to the house with like no blood, just one little glove. There's no traces of blood like splatters anywhere else.
And if he'd have did all that, he'd have had tons of blood.
Yeah, he'd have been covered in it. 2 people. So, you know, anyway, let's move on from OJ. But OJ, as far as the NFL player, unless you got something else to say, Wax.
Nah, I still don't. I don't think he did it himself. I just think he had a part in it.
Right.
Like, but I don't want to go, too in depth with that.
Right.
There's a lot to unpack. So.
Perfectly fine, my brother, because you will be getting a visit from OJ's ghost tonight. So I hope you're ready. So just a note to self, whenever you're all tucked in your Betty by and you hear, my knees hurt, my knees hurt, and this sluggish ass, old, slow walking ass ghost that looks like he's doing a fucking cabbage patch comes walking towards you, and you wake up real quick, that's OJ.
It's gonna be the Naked Gun version.
Yes, it is.
Falling over shit.
It's gonna be the Hurts, the commercial he did when the world knew his knees was bad. But nah, man. I just feel like it was a crazy situation. But that's my thoughts. I could be wrong.
Right.
I'm not a fucking professional when it comes to figuring shit out. But that is my theory, and I'm sticking to it. Gotcha. And did y'all, as a side note, did y'all see what Caitlyn put up there?
Yeah. Bruce tripping.
Damn, you gonna call him Bruce. When will you start calling Caitlyn by her name?
Man, she's both, I guess, but
she's a little bit of both, but she's Caitlyn.
All right.
So she went. I mean, this is neither here nor there. But did you see that Caitlyn wrote "Good Riddance"?
Right. I did see that.
But did you see what that other motherfucker wrote underneath it?
Mm-mm.
It was like, "You're on deck, Mrs. Doubtfire." I said, "Shit."
The internet's savage.
And it's undefeated.
Yeah, it's undefeated.
It's just one of those things to where I'm not gonna wish the demise of anybody on anyone in the world. I let God deal with that.
Right.
Period. All right, well, listen, moving forward, let's go NBA. How do y'all feel about Bronny James? LeBron's boy. Do y'all feel like he's going to go straight to the NBA because he's declared himself into the NBA draft?
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he should. I don't know if he's ready or not because he just came off of having that heart thing going on. Then he only averaged 4 points a game. On a bad team. But, I mean, I think somebody will pick him up just to get LeBron.
Right.
I'm not sure if that's a good idea for him or if he's ready or not. What you think?
Let me go. I don't think he's ready. I saw clips. He shot a couple of air balls and he wasn't making the right passes and stuff. I think he just needs another year to work it out and figure out, make his game stronger.
Right.
Because he wasn't holding his own with a lot of the people out there. I mean, he can dunk, he can shoot a little bit, but he's not, I don't think he's not what everybody expected at this point.
Right. I mean, it's hard to live up to that name.
It's impossible.
Pretty much. It's but that's what, like you said. But then I heard so he declared for the draft. He declared for the draft, and then he still put himself in the transfer portal. So he still might stay in college, but and I heard something about he might go to Duquesne because LeBron's old teammate and his homie is the new coach of Duquesne. So that would be dope. That would mean LeBron would be in the city like a motherfucker.
And Duquesne has stepped up a whole lot.
Yeah, they went to the tourney last year and won. So
yeah,
I was impressed, man.
That would be lit for Pittsburgh, man.
That'd be dope.
Plus, he's in California playing in his dad's shadow. You know what I mean? LeBron casts a big shadow.
He does.
You can't. There's nothing that kid can do to be compared. On the same level, I should say.
Right.
He's not even fucking with Wembanyama or Anthony Edwards or any of them. I think they'll all chew him.
Yeah, he'll just come to the league and be just a guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know though, but like he's gonna get. I think he's gonna get picked though, just because somebody was gonna want to get LeBron for the cheap.
Yeah, or just the publicity of it. You know what I mean?
And the Lakers might do it just to keep LeBron, just to keep some asses in the seats.
They're known for doing stuff like that.
They might do it, but because he's not gonna go until second round, probably late second round.
He might go late first, just because it's Bronny. Like, y'all ain't gonna pick my son? Y'all ain't picking my son?
I wouldn't.
Y'all don't mess with Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg? Y'all don't want to pick my son?
Because I wouldn't pick him just for 1 year of LeBron and then I gotta
be stuck with him after that.
Right. Like,
that's the teaser. That's what that's how you introduce it. Like, listen, fellas, I'm getting ready to make this shit pop. You feel me? I'm getting ready to have asses in the seats, motherfucking shit to see. So, with that being said, hey, I appreciate all the motherfucking money y'all gave us, but I gotta go. So I'm gonna leave my son right here. Bronny, you got it? You gonna hold it down?
Right. So if you was Bronny, how would you feel? Would you want to go to the NBA on your own merit, or would you want to go on the coattails of your dad getting you in there?
I would personally start doing like martial arts or become something different. I'd be like the best of whatever I could be in my field and say fuck basketball. Football, they weren't built for.
Right.
Those are LeBron James's kids, one of the best basketball players of our generation.
Right.
So they have no other right to be basketball players. So if you're not going to be a hooper, you're not going to be out here doing anything else, looking stupid. So I feel like that young man should go ahead and, I don't know, like
mechanic or something.
No, not so much as a mechanic, but like try to find something that you can be extra dope at. Archery, like something that's like
he could be a film director or something. Like, what do you think? Would you if you was Bronny, would you want that? Like,
yeah,
I mean, you're going to the NBA, but it's like, did you really
off your pops to marriage?
Right. Did you earn it?
Right.
And I feel like no matter what, I don't think he'll actually, Well, he could earn it, but not without his dad's cosign.
Right. But we've seen this before. What about the Ball family?
But his dad didn't co-sign. He just talked shit.
The fuck if he didn't? He was up here on his son's jolly.
His dad didn't play in the NBA.
They were all right.
They were good.
Which one of them motherfuckers are still in the NBA right now?
Fucking, they're all hurt.
Okay, there you go. So we just bought a whole fucking family of bad goods.
But they were hurt. They're hurt. But that doesn't mean that they weren't good.
I'm not saying that they weren't, but at the same time, they ain't paying like the fuck they weighing.
But they're better than fucking Bronny.
I'm not saying that they're not, but it's like their dad was more or less like, man, this shit here is going to be. And I'm not hating on them.
No, but he had no pull though.
Yeah,
he just talked. Like LeBron got actual pull. Fucking pull.
I agree.
Plus, those kids earn everything that they got right now. Like, they was the #1 team in the country.
Who?
Chino Hills. They were the #1 team in the country with a senior, like a sophomore and an 8th grader or something like that. Like, it was crazy. They was
I'm not trying to
demolished.
shit on them brothers. I'm just saying I've seen this story before.
I'm just saying those boys was 5-star recruits. 2 out of the 3 were at least 5 stars.
Right.
So they were going to go to the league one way or another, if their dad was talking that shit or if he wasn't. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now, as far as like what they're doing now, dude said they're both hurt and recovering from like injuries. But that doesn't take away from how they got there.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're still nice, but
yeah, I think it's a little slightly different situation, but because like I said, LeBron just got pulled, so he can get his son who averaged 4 points a game into the league. That's crazy.
Right.
But as far as me, if I'm Bronny, I would feel a certain way about it. But he's had LeBron helping him, coaching him along the way, and fucking pulling strings for him all along the way. So he's just used to it. But and that's not to say that he doesn't put in the work, because I'm sure he does.
yeah.
But I would feel a certain way as a grown man right now. Maybe if I grew up in it, I'd feel different.
Yeah, I feel like he knows it, but like I'm sure he wants to get it on his own, but that's never gonna happen. You know what I mean? Especially if you ain't balling out.
Right.
Now, I heard he got a baby brother that was just twice as nice. What's his name? The young Bron?
Bryce.
The Bryson?
Bryce James.
Yeah, I heard that boy's jumping out of the gym.
Yeah, he's like
And he's big like his dad.
He's like 6'5" already. He grew that in like a year. I seen a picture of him and Bronny last year. They were like, Bronny had him by like 2 inches, and then I seen a picture of this year, and he got Bronny by like 5 inches. Yeah. Like he's up over him about 6'5". I'm like, shit.
Let me ask y'all this: when have you ever seen a phenomenal basketball player such as Michael Jordan, Shaquille O'Neal, LeBron James, Gary Payton? When have you ever seen them kids? The only kid that I can say that surpassed their predecessor or their father would be Curry.
Kobe Bryant.
Okay, Kobe and but I thought Kobe's dad played a lot of the overseas league.
He did. He played in the NBA too, but he just wasn't nice like that. Though.
Right.
Like he was all right, I guess. He went to the NBA, but he wasn't.
I guess my question is, why isn't the next generation better?
I don't know, because they got it too easy.
Bingo. I was just about to say the same thing. Because they didn't grow up in the struggle.
Right.
Like their fathers. Their fathers came from the hood.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's why. Like, because they got it easy as hell.
Right.
They're millionaires.
Already, without going to the league. So they don't have, you know what I mean? They don't have...
That dog in
them. Exactly. That fight in them where they have to do it to get their mom out of the hood. Now it's like, shit, mom's living good, dad's funding everything I need to do. I'm good at it, but like I don't have to be that fucking... I don't have to have that fire.
I don't have to rely on it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I wake up and eat caviar every goddamn day.
Right.
Like, this is beneath me to play it. It's like,
but you're right, though.
But like they got it easy, and that's a big ups to their fathers for providing for them and shit. But it didn't make a savage beast though.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's give and take.
But like as far as like when players aren't that good, right, and then their sons end up being better than them, why do you think that? Like what makes that happen?
I feel like it's a disconnect, and I want to be better than you at all costs.
Right.
Meaning, like, you might not have been in my life like you was the other kids.
Right.
I might have been that son that was made, when you came into Phoenix, 28 years ago, and I haven't heard much from you. You send money because I'm out here, but I don't get that one-on-one connection.
That's a good theory.
So I'm going to be way better than you ever thought of being.
Look what you ignored.
Correct.
You know
you
what I
could have
mean?
been a part of this motherfucker.
I feel like they recognized the GOATs of the league and was like, Dad, you couldn't hold a candle to him, but I'm going to show him. I'm going to hold our name down.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm going to do this for all of our whole family.
Right.
Because I know you were that nice, even though he might or might not have been.
Correct.
That's my opinion, but like, that's a good theory, dude.
See, mine is, I think that like the dad, he knows he's not the man. So he puts all of his fucking energy into his fucking son, you know what I mean, being good and getting good, so he can be maybe good and be as good as him, but then sometimes it just clicks and it just goes and they just get like hit through the roof.
Nice.
You
never know.
I'm starting to realize, like, if you are a young cat and you play with a bunch of grown men, that seems to rub off. Like, you start to pick, because you're still formidable, I guess. Like, you're still learning a lot as a young kid. So you pick up from different people that you play against, especially grown-ups. Right. You know what I mean?
That's probably why the Europeans is nicer than us right now in the league. Because they've been playing with they played with grown men since they're 15, 16 years old over there. So they've been learning the game from super smart people.
From a different angle.
Not playing with a whole bunch of 18-year-olds. They've been playing with 30-year-olds and 25 and 40, not 40, but maybe 35-year-olds and just learning that. And then when they get to the league, they still have that, that knowledge that they learn from older players that our young players don't get to learn.
Okay. This is going from left field to right field to center field. Listen, we're going to keep it basketball, but we're going to Philly, man. Allen Iverson just got a new statue. Did y'all get a chance to see AI get his statue in front of the state of Philadelphia?
Yeah, that little shit. Stop shooting that little shit.
Let me ask y'all this. Is that, was they trying to be funny because Allen's little?
I don't know.
I don't know. That shit looked like a Heisman trophy, man.
That trophy was bite-sized as fuck. We calling it a trophy, it's a statue.
It's a statuette.
Right.
Like that, it's not even a real statue. Like
you would think it would be big because, like, for what he did for basketball, what he did for Philly basketball,
Yeah,
like, that's
they
crazy.
gave Rocky Balboa, which is a fictional character,
right.
a 12-foot statue. That motherfucker sitting up there slim and trim, and it has been since the 70s.
Right.
And he's like 5'9".
Yes, Allen Iverson got this man by at least 4 inches. He's what, 6 foot, 6'1", somewhere in there. If he got the questions on, he's 6'1".
Right.
If he got the answers on, he's 6 foot. But they gonna give this motherfucker this bite-sized ass trophy, man.
That shit looks
A
crazy.
statue, excuse me. It's fun size.
It's terrible. But like the thing is, like from what I heard, is all of the statues around the stadium are that small, which is lame anyway. Like why keep making these little tiny statues for everybody? So
Right.
just make them big, especially Iverson. Like
AI, right.
shout out AI, man. Like,
Shout out AI, man.
Like he should have a giant statue out there.
Good point. Who else deserves a giant statue? Like who deserves?
From Philly?
Yeah,
Chuck.
Okay, good point. Good point.
Dr. J.
Bingo. Like,
I mean,
is there one more? Or
Mari's cheeks. Shit, you got a bunch of cats, like legendary cats. Not saying the new ones per se, but one that I remember that used to take rims and dismantle them.
Daryl Dawkins.
You fucking better know it.
Right.
You better know it.
Yeah, he did some shit I ain't never seen before.
He was the first Shaquille O'Neal, man. He made those hoops they had. He made them pay, man. He was bringing the house down. So I would have statues.
Or Moses.
Oh, Moses
Yeah,
Malone.
that's it. I forgot all about Moses. That's a
Eric
good point
Snow.
too.
Come on, man. He ain't get no damn trophy. The Kimbe got a trophy, but it ain't in Philly.
Tyrone Hill.
See, now y'all's getting
They
ridiculous.
just
Big
made a
Lou Dollar.
giant one of his face.
Andre Eggs.
We're talking about what Iverson did in Philadelphia,
Right.
man. And he did a lot for it. I mean, he crossed over. I guess it was the statue of him crossing over Jordan.
It's a dope statue.
It is, but it just needs to be fucking bigger.
Right, it's an action figure.
They washed that statue and dried that motherfucker in the dryer real quick.
Right.
They was like, okay, here you go.
Under high heat.
It looks like the cast that they make fucking Rolls Royce little emblems out of. Like it looked like somebody made it out of their 3D printer. I promise you.
Right.
Yeah, it's tiny.
I'm like, y'all motherfuckers y'all need to do better, man.
You know what?
They being cheap out there.
Denver, step up. Show these fools how to do it. Because AI put work in Denver, too.
Right.
You know what I mean? Make a bigger statue and show Philly how to do it.
I agree.
Because he deserves that shit.
Give that brother his flowers, man.
Right.
AI was dope, man.
He ain't never won a championship, but he was the smallest dude on the court out there balling. Man.
Speaking of which, do you feel like out of everyone that has a statue, and I'm speaking bigger names, and I don't mean bigger than AI, but like Jordan, Kobe, Shaq, do you feel like it's because those guys won the championships that they got the bigger trophy or the bigger statues?
Yeah.
Like I said, I just think it's just because Philly's stupid when it comes to their statues. Because like I said, everybody down there got a small statue, so I don't know. I don't think it's anything other than that.
Right.
But he deserves a big one. He deserves a life size, at least life size, but probably bigger than that. You know what I mean? But so let me ask y'all this: as far as smaller players, where does he stack up on your list of like smaller NBA players?
He's top 10.
Shit, he's number one in my book.
Right.
I mean, because I didn't see like Tiny Archibald and all of them players.
Tiny Nate.
Like
Yeah.
let's just say like 6 foot and under.
Yeah.
6'1". How tall was Iverson? Like 6
Like,
foot?
Yeah, about like 6 foot, I would say, 5'11".
Right.
I mean, you got some greats, Marbury, Stockton,
Yeah, but
AI.
I mean, you have to add like Muggsy Bogues
Right.
and Nate Robinson.
Spud Webb.
Yeah, he's killing all of them.
I mean, these guys are defeating the odds, though, because the way Nate Robinson, that motherfucker got them jumpers, them bungees, that motherfucker can jump over a fucking a Rolls Royce stacked on top of a fucking table. He got fucking bungees, man.
Right.
He does, but he ain't.
He was pretty.
He's no AI, but
not at all. He couldn't smell AI socks, man.
I agree.
Like
So yeah, I probably have AI as my top small guy.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Right.
I'd have to agree. You know, saying top 10, there's a lot of names in there, so I mean.
But as far as small guys, like he played like he was fucking 7 foot.
6'6",
You know what I mean?
right.
But he was a little dude. Like,
Right.
And he took a beating, and like that nigga never stayed on the ground, man. He was always on the ground, but he always got back up,
Right.
ready to go. And he played hurt all the time. Shout out AI, man.
Shout out AI.
He brought us a lot of memories.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, he was dope, man. He did something that
Right.
I've never seen before, and that was cross Jay up and make him look human for like a minute.
Yeah, he had him on skates, man.
Right.
Like,
So Philly, y'all need to step that shit up,
Yeah.
man.
Michael Jordan.
AI's a dog.
Michael Jordan. Hey, man, he was carrying. The motherfuckers.
You sure, Michael? Okay, we'll take a look at it.
They outlawed that shit the very next season.
Yeah.
Fucking
Now, when
Jordan.
we talk of changing the game, man, AI changed the game, man.
did.
He had them
On and
relooking the
off
dribble.
court. On and off the
Right.
court. Which, I mean, he was a staple. He was, you know what I'm saying? That's
Tattoos.
dope.
Nobody had tattoos
That's
before
dope.
AI.
Or cornrows,
Right.
rocking them like that.
Right.
And then when you did have cornrows, hey, let me get the AIs. You know what I mean? Make sure you got the little zigzag pattern in the
Right.
joint, man. AI was definitely a stepper in his day, man, when it come down to it. So that's why I'm always so quick to put him, you know, as far as two guard
Right.
out there, you know, or I'll switch his position and have him run point and make Mike two. You know, Mike's my lifelong two guard, but AI, he's definitely on that my all-time
Right.
team of just being a factor.
Right.
He's that guy, man.
He was nice, man. He was real nice. Bubba Chuck. But he needs a bigger statue, Philly, and y'all motherfuckers should oblige him.
Well, motherfuckers, you got it. You asked for it, you dialed it up, you got it. Now we're gonna come back same place, same motherfucking time, same location, different fucking material. And if you don't believe me, I'm gonna fuck you up. I don't fucking give a fuck right now. Sorry, guys.
Word.
All right, fellas, we came, we saw, we delivered. Now, we gonna come back at 'em, Wax.
I'm with it.
Next week, same time,
Yep.
same location, different material. Peace.